Uh, the best basketball player of all time that's playing in the NBA right now is LeBron James. He's one of the best basketball players ever. The conversation for how good he is compared to other players can go all the way up to number 2 at the game of basketball. There's a perfectly legitimate argument that LeBron James is the second best basketball player ever. You may wonder who I think is the most impressive basketball player. You probably don't wonder. It's Michael Jordan. And the whole point is that it's not close. It's not close. If we're going to vote, all the people who've ever watched a game of basketball, we then catch them up. Everybody watches every game of basketball ever played. Michael Jordan's going to get a majority of the votes as best basketball player. Not a plurality, a majority. He'll have 99% of the votes. And then some guy from Cleveland will vote for LeBron James, and then it's over. Now, why is Michael Jordan better than Bill Russell? Bill Russell has more rings. Well, I think at most, Bill Russell's playing in a 14-team league. And if you look at what's called the All-NBA teams, that's where, they decide, what is the best player at each position. Bill Russell regularly lost the likes of Wilt Chamberlain in terms of the one player you wanted that position. Now, Bill Russell's extraordinary. What a great player. It would take someone like Michael Jordan to come along and make it clear that he's the best player ever. It's kind of obvious. All you really need to say is 6 rings. Basically 6 out of 6 rings. 6 seasons in a row that he was considered the best player in the league, that he was considered on the best, team in the league. They went ahead and won the championship, and he won the Finals MVP. It's just so many things. LeBron James isn't the best because he's lost 5 championships when he was in the championship. And Michael Jordan doesn't lose the game when he's in the championship. LeBron James loses the game when he's in the championship. He loses the championship once he gets there more often than anybody ever. Well, maybe some of the guys on those Laker teams that would lose to the Celtics all the time. I feel like, Jerry West or something actually has a pretty bad record in the finals or something like that. But doesn't matter. I'm going to run through a quick thing. It's already over. Because the point is Michael Jordan's not just the best at basketball. He's the best at any sort of sport. The best football player isn't as good as Michael Jordan at football as Michael Jordan is at basketball. There's no sport. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. He's the Shakespeare of basketball. And sports didn't even have. There's Babe Ruth, there's Michael Jordan, and those are the biggest 2 names in American sports history by far. Give me a freaking break. LeBron James. LeBron James is a great basketball player. But if he was a really, really, really good basketball player, he would win the games when they're trying to win the championship. Let me just run through a couple more things. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA championships, 6 finals MVPs. He's won the Defensive Player of the Year 1 more time than LeBron, 1 more season MVP than LeBron. This is just at least at present, but 9 more scoring titles than LeBron, 3 more steals leaders, 3 more all-defensive team selections. They also, he's the player most associated with the dunk. He's the player most associated with making baskets. He's the player most associated with winning games. He's the best-looking player ever. He's the most famous basketball player ever. His shoes are so successful that they turned the shoe industry into something totally different. The number 23, with the exception perhaps of Jackie Robinson's 42, right? 42, right? Is the best associated number with any player ever. The Bulls hadn't won championships until Michael Jordan went there and was like, of course the Bulls win championships. We win championships like it's my job because it was his job. I like to say that we all have made some kind of deal with the devil, and Michael Jordan wrote the best deal ever. But part of what makes him great is the reputation he's cultivated, the myth building he's successfully done. And it's too late. It's over. There's nothing you can do about it. He's the greatest ever. And the point is, like, the thing to learn is that even that may not be fulfilling. You know, I don't know what the lesson is. The lesson is you can't be Michael Jordan. We already had one. It's not even helpful. Here's the other thing about LeBron, etc. The only reason anybody in the NBA is as great as they are today is because of the example that Michael Jordan carved out for them in terms of what does success and domination and total control of the game, what does the ultimate winner look like? And his name is Mike Jordan.